In a universe filled with gods, monsters, and heroes beyond imagination, two names shine with the same word: wonder. On one side stands Wonder Woman, the Amazonian demigoddess, daughter of Zeus, forged from divine clay, and trained in the art of war by the greatest warriors of Themyscira. On the other stands Wonder Man, Simon Williams, a man reborn through science and ionic energy, his body transformed into living power itself. Both belong to different worlds, DC and Marvel, two titans of storytelling. Yet today, we cross the multiversal boundary to ask a single question. Who wins in strength, power, and speed, Wonder Man or Wonder Woman? Before we crown the victor, we must journey deep into their origins, abilities, and feats. Because in the battle of gods and science, victory doesn't just come from raw strength, it comes from understanding what truly makes a hero unstoppable. Origin stories, gods and ions collide. Let's begin where all legends start, with origin. Wonder Woman, also known as Princess Diana of Themyscira, was created by William Moulton Marston in 1941. She's the daughter of Queen Hippolyta, sculpted from clay and blessed by the gods themselves, gaining the speed of Hermes, the strength of Hercules, the wisdom of Athena, and the beauty of Aphrodite. Her mission? To bring peace to the world of men, bridging the gap between humanity and divinity. Wonder Man, on the other hand, comes from a very different kind of creation. Simon Williams first appeared in Avengers number 9 back in 1964, created by Stan Lee, Don Heck, and Jack Kirby. He was once a businessman, a rival to Tony Stark, whose company fell apart trying to compete with Stark Industries. In desperation, Simon turned to Baron Zemo, who transformed him into a being of pure ionic energy. Zemo intended to use him against the Avengers, but instead, Wonder Man chose heroism over hatred, a man reborn through science and redemption. In essence, Wonder Woman is a goddess made human, while Wonder Man is a human turned godlike. Their origins mirror each other, one born of divine perfection, the other forged by human imperfection elevated to something extraordinary. Strength and durability, godlike power versus ionic energy? When it comes to strength, both characters stand among the mightiest in their universes. Wonder Woman's strength rivals that of Superman himself. She has moved tectonic plates, held back massive mountains, and gone toe-to-toe with gods like Ares and Darkseid. In many continuities, she's considered one of the top 5 physically strongest beings in the DC universe. Her training from childhood has made her a perfect blend of raw power and precise combat skill. Unlike Superman, she doesn't rely purely on strength, she channels it with warrior discipline. Wonder Man's strength, however, is something else entirely. His ionic physiology gives him near limitless potential. In the comics, Iron Man once said that Wonder Man's power readings are off the charts. He's traded blows with Thor, overpowered vision, and even tanked hits from the Hulk. His energy body means his strength doesn't come from muscles, it comes from the cosmic-level energy flowing within him. Durability-wise, Wonder Woman has her divine physiology and magical resistance. She's survived nuclear explosions, planetary impacts, and magical attacks that could vaporize most heroes. But Wonder Man takes durability beyond the physical, being made of energy, he can't be truly killed in a normal sense. He's been disintegrated and reformed multiple times. Even after being turned into a walking ionic bomb by Ultron, Simon Williams reconstituted himself from pure energy. So, when it comes to raw durability, Wonder Man's energy form gives him an edge, but Wonder Woman's divine resilience keeps her in the fight longer under stress and pain. In pure lifting and destructive power, both are on Thor and Superman levels, but Wonder Man's upper potential might just push past the limits of mortal measurement. Speed, combat, and powers, science versus divinity. Now let's talk speed, not just how fast they move, but how quickly they strike and react. Wonder Woman's speed comes directly from the blessing of Hermes, the god of speed. She's fast enough to dodge and deflect bullets, even energy blasts from gods and Kryptonians. In combat, she can keep up with Flash-level opponents, and has even tagged Reverse Flash in some storylines. Her reflexes are nearly instantaneous, allowing her to fight armies or metahumans without missing a single beat. Wonder Man's speed, while not at Flash level, is still incredible. His ionic energy allows for supersonic flight, rapid reaction time, and enhanced agility. He can keep up with Iron Man in flight and react fast enough to counter attacks from energy-based opponents. However, Wonder Man is not primarily known for combat speed. His main strength is raw power and endurance. In terms of combat skill, the difference becomes clearer. Wonder Woman is a master warrior trained in every known form of ancient and modern combat. She uses her lasso of truth, unbreakable bracelets, and magical sword with divine precision. Every movement is a balance between grace and destruction. Wonder Man, while powerful, lacks that ancient warrior instinct. He's more of a powerhouse brawler, relying on strength, resilience, and improvisation rather than technique. As for special powers, Wonder Woman wields divine magic through her weapons. Her lasso can bind gods and compel truth, her shield can deflect lightning, and her tiara has been used to cut through steel. Wonder Man's ionic energy, on the other hand, lets him fly, regenerate, absorb energy, and release devastating blasts of ionic power. He can even exist without oxygen and survive in space, an ability few Avengers share. So in this round, combat skill and speed advantage, Wonder Woman. Energy projection and versatility advantage, Wonder Man. It's the eternal duel between discipline and power, magic and science, goddess and immortal energy. Final outcome, who wins the Battle of Wonders? After comparing every aspect, strength, power, durability, speed, and skill, the results are close, but clear. If Wonder Man and Wonder Woman were to clash in a fair one-on-one battle, the environment and strategy would decide everything. In an open fight focused on raw power, Wonder Man's ionic body gives him infinite energy and near-limitless strength. He could match Wonder Woman blow for blow and potentially outlast her. His ability to regenerate and reform makes it almost impossible to permanently destroy him. But if the battle shifts into close-quarters combat, Wonder Woman dominates. Her agility, divine reflexes, and thousands of years of combat mastery would give her the upper hand. She's fought gods, monsters, and cosmic beings. Her mind is that of a strategist, not just a fighter. In many cross-universe analyses, Wonder Woman's balance of physical might, magical resistance, and tactical mastery makes her one of the few who could defeat even energy-based beings like Simon Williams. However, Wonder Man's raw potential can't be ignored. In recent Marvel Comics, West Coast Avengers number 8, Iron Man himself watched in horror as Wonder Man's energy readings went off the chart, turning him into a literal ionic bomb capable of leveling Los Angeles. That feat proves Simon Williams' power has no known limit, only his moral restraint keeps it in check. So who wins? In sheer power output, Wonder Man takes the lead. In skill, speed, and combat precision, Wonder Woman reigns supreme. But if both went all out to divine rage versus ionic explosion, the battlefield would tremble, cities would fall, and reality itself could split under their clash. In the end, Wonder Woman would likely emerge victorious, not because she's stronger, but because she's smarter, faster, and a trained god warrior who never stops until justice is served. Still, one truth remains: Wonder Man's potential is unmatched among Marvel's earthly heroes, and if he ever masters the full extent of his ionic energy, he could rival even the gods themselves. So while Wonder Woman stands as the current champion, Wonder Man remains the sleeping giant of Marvel's power hierarchy, a hero whose full strength, once unleashed, could redefine what wonder truly means. Final verdict. Winner, Wonder Woman, by skill and experience. But Wonder Man's potential, off the charts. Check out my other videos for more epic character crossovers and battles. Thanks for watching, and stay happy and healthy.